Rotates halfway up the box, left side for Maltz. Now back toward midfield. Here's Marasco now 20 yards away. JoJo on a dodge, down the alley. Stuck 5 yards out, rolling toward the goal line. Marasco wants to feed. Forced behind. JoJo ready, cradle now, behind the game, two-man game with Palasek. Marasco goal line far now, steps to the middle, forced out. JoJo flips left point of the box. Eilers, now here's Leckie again.
Every time Marasco got the ball, he's got that 22 on his back.
Eilers down the alley, sweep and shoot, missed wide left, backed up by Palasek.
They are looking, their heads are on a swivel every time JoJo Marasco gets the ball. If you got a long pole on him, it doesn't matter. There's always somebody ready to slide to him.
Palasek goal line far sideline. 2 goals and an assist today for Tommy. Rolls back down the left alley, shut off by Myers, who flips off to Maltz, and Maltz has a short stick on him. This is what Duke did to take him out of the game last week. Let's see if he can take advantage of Fernandez. Maltz behind, goal line, dips his shoulder into Fernandez, backing in, turnaround shot stopped easily by Fiorito.
Yeah, not a lot of power on that. It was good, good look inside, but now picked off by Leckie.
Leckie on the ride, took it away at midfield from Strabo. Accelerates back toward the box now into Maltz. Quickly rotating behind as Eilers cuts toward the crease, but Palasek couldn't get it in. Instead flips it back out to JoJo and drops and rescoops. 2:22 to go here in the quarter as Marasco turns, shoots, his stick is hit. Sails wide left, backed up by Tommy. Palasek of the restart off to Desko. Orange trail by 2 with 2:15 to go in the third. Cuse have not led yet today. Behind the cage, Desko, goal line far sideline, working on Wiedmeyer. Desko goes shoulder to shoulder with him and forced away. Flips behind Palasek. He's gone quiet here in the dome. Palasek now top of the box. Final minute 55 here in the third as Leckie will take it back toward midfield. He wants to work on Strabo. Leckie to the middle. Here's Eilers, cranks from the outside, shoots it, scores! Bobby freed the cannon, and the Orange are back within 1.
That's what we were talking about right there, Brian, from the moment this game started. Using that 6'4", 220-pound frame, little body work on the man that should box him out a little bit, get your hands free, and let one fly, and Eilers scores, and Syracuse won that Syracuse needed.
That's one that Fiorito had a shot at, but Eilers too good with it, precise in the upper left corner, and that ball was humming.
You get the feeling that Tyler Fiorito has a shot at everyone that's taken on him.
Well, he's had a shot at most of them since he got in that cage 4 years ago.
Yeah, he's a terrific goalie without question, but does a terrific goalie or not, you keep shooting.
7-6, Orange down 1:45 to go. Daddio wins the faceoff forward to himself. Flips to the box, here's Donahue, and the Orange a chance to tie it up. Donahue out on attack now with Palasek and Desko. Timmy's got it behind the net. Orange mid-substitution now. The faceoff unit in its entirety is still on. Harris will exit first. On now is Barber. Now here goes Daddio riding toward midfield with a step on his man. But the Orange can't take advantage. Subbing in, Cometti trails his way on. Drew will be the last to leave as Billy Ward awaits to join. Drew a slow jog off. Ward will come on as the Orange patiently pass it around the offensive end. Cometti now with the ball left point. 1 minute even to go here in the third quarter. Syracuse trails this 7-6.
This is a new way. Again, it's the 4 attackman, 2 midi look.
From out top, twisting shot by Palasek. He didn't need the rest of them. We're tied at 7.
Baby, that's exactly what Syracuse needed right there. Palasek again, Brian, I'm telling you, it's the 4 attackman, 2 midi look out there. Princeton is confused. They're trying to switch off of Palasek as he drives, but he beats his man, and he just comes in front of the cage from 10 yards away, really, and just turned and fired, got that low left corner, and beat Fiorito, and Syracuse has tied this thing back up again.
Well, we've been waiting for somebody to take control of this offense. Palasek now has 7 goals in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Tied at 7, 52 seconds to go, third quarter.
And again, we said that about Villanova, Brian. What did they have out there? 6 attackmen. It's confusing to the other team. You're expecting the big, rangy midi, and you got these short, quick guys that can run and handle the ball and everything. And then all of a sudden, what happens is you don't know who to guard.
Face-off won by Daddio as he nearly threw it away, but a lunging Palasek kept it in bounds. So the Orange, with the ball, a chance to take their first lead of the day. Final 34 seconds of the third. Charging it is Barber. Step out of the box, flips back toward midfield. Harris pondering with a long pole and thinks better of it. Barber down the alley. He shoots it. It's 3 straight. Orange goals. Syracuse by 1.
Bang, bang, boom. It's just like that. Syracuse has rallied back for 3 straight goals in here, and it's just fine shooting by the Orange. Barber there takes the pass, rifles hard down the right alley. There's just a quick split dodge in front, face dodge, and beats Tyler Fiorito through the 5-hole, right between the legs. And Syracuse has come all the way back to take the lead.
Well, it took 44 minutes and 36 seconds, but for the first time today, the Orange in front. Syracuse 8, Princeton 7, and 3 straight goals in barely more than a minute. Eilers, Palasek, and Barber.
They don't ask you how, they ask you how many in this sport. And right now, Syracuse has got the lead in the how many spot.
Daddio to take the face-off. He's got a little something going at the circle in this quarter. He rakes it back between his legs, right to Drew. Could it be a 4th straight? Drew across midfield, right with speed, blazing down the right alley. He cranks, he shoots it, another one's home. 4 in a row, and all of a sudden the Orange have solved the All-American Fiorito.
Look at that Syracuse sideline jumping up and down, baby, right out the face-off. Daddio again. Drew takes it 6 seconds. That's how long it takes in the sport of lacrosse to go 60 yards for Kevin Drew and beat Fiorito again on that off-stick side. They found the weakness, and Syracuse is exploiting it.
4 goals in the last minute 32. Syracuse 9, Princeton 7.
That's some good hard shot by Lucky, and I like it. You know, that's what we were saying. The knock on him has been, you know, he's got such great speed and skill. Why doesn't he drive to the cage more and shoot? Well, he did there. He just got met up at face-to-face with a great All-American.
Shanley charges into the box, but Fazio matches him step for step. Tigers looking to take the lead. Princeton scored the last 2 after the Orange scored 4 straight in a minute 32 to close the 3rd. Tigers ball right in with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Orange have not scored here in the 4th.
And it's getting late early out here, so Syracuse has got to start, you know, it's a tie game. You just got to play stone defense out here and be tough and be low in your stance, good feet, good hands, work their hands with your stick. Nothing easy.
Schreiber down the right alley, works toward Wardwell's net. Bobby Wardwell, 7 saves today at his first career starting game. To the crease, shot inside.
Oh, what a
as
save!
Wardwell kept it out.
Woo!
Denied for Caro inside as the ball bounces free to Lucky across midfield. It's checked out of his stick by Shanley. He skids after it but can't pick it up. Wild scrub at midfield, ball back on the deck. Matt Harris in the mix. Slick ground ball, and will revert back in the direction of Wardwell. Didn't give it to him, got knocked in the back. Late flag flies, and the Orange will go man up.
It's going to be at 30. I'll tell you something.
The beginning of the season with Pete Coleman, as Eilers cranks to the outside and passes right to Desco. Now they rotate off to Coleman, down to the goal line right. Marasco shoots it. It's stopped again by Fiorito, number 16 for the All-American.
Boy, he's just been tough. I mean, it's been tough all day sledding. But you know, Brian, you keep shooting out there. That's what you got to do. Now, Syracuse has got a double. They're still man up with 40 seconds to go, and there's the ball free on the ground.
Ball out at midfield. D'Agostino throwing the lumber. Balls out. Desco with a slick pickup. Flips ahead to the crease. Found Palasek. Spins and scores. What a motion by Palasek. He's got 4. A motion by Palasek. He's got 4. And the Orange back in front.
Tim Desco threading the needle off the loose ground ball at midfield.
Opts to hang on. 2:48 to go. We'll see how aggressive the Orange go at the cage here in a 1-goal game. Fiorito already starting to double out. Now back in. Behind the cage, here's Marasco cranking Barber, stepping to the middle. Ryan running through traffic, he lost it. Ball's on the ground. Coach Desco somehow got a timeout in there. They'll slow it down here with 2:32 to go, and Syracuse leading 10-9. Here's the look right now. Marasco's out there with Barber and Cometti on the midfield line with Desco, Donahue, and Palasek. So they take Maltz out right now. And
all the carriers.
Bring on their best ball-carrying middies. Marasco weaving back toward midfield. Cunningham following him. 2:25 to go. Marasco down the alley. Orange certainly will try to kill some clock here. Up by 1, 10-9. Desco goal line near sideline.
They all got carriers out there. Barber's a converted attackman. Remember, JoJo Marasco was an attackman last year. They made him a midi, too. Of course, he was a midi coming into Syracuse, but again, they got all guys that can carry the ball.
Barber behind the cage. We now hit 2 minutes to go, and the Orange must remain in the box. 10-9 Syracuse leads. Barber behind. Tigers not doubling yet. They still have time. Just a 1-goal game. Barber Behind, short stick got him. It's Fernandez. Now Fiorito's out of the net. Wiedmeyer's coming to help out behind. Barber sees him coming. He's doubled, rolling in traffic, and coach will take his final timeout with 1:40 to go.
All right, enough of this, Brian, because he orders on the things they want to do. Now they're going to give it to Kevin Drew out there. 2
personnel changes. Drew is in, as is Henry Schoonmaker, who Coach Desko likes to use in these late and close situations while up.
But remember, he's got to get in the box, and once they're in, they got to stay in the box.
Drew yet to enter the box with his speed. Now he does out top. Fiorito back in the net as Drew runs a circle behind the cage. 90 seconds to go. The Orange have to stay in. Goalie's out. Marasco cranks from the outside. Fiorito tried to play goal 10 yards out of it. He stopped Marasco from shooting. JoJo dancing around. JoJo in and out of a double team. Now 75 seconds left. JoJo's pinned himself in the upper right corner of the box, swimming between defenders, and finally passes off behind. Palasek, goalie's out. Palasek now from behind. Rolling in traffic. Ball's finally out of his stick, and the Tigers get it back.
Great check down by Wiedmeyer. Gives Princeton a check with 1 minute, a chance with 1 minute to play.
Tigers cross midfield right with 1 minute to go. Strabo crosses the restraining line, and Chris Bates will call his final timeout.
And, it's happened before. We've seen John Galloway have to do that. I saw Matt Palem have to do that in his freshman year. So, hey, all over the world, sometimes you got to stand tall when things get tough.
I thought Matt Palem just cracked jokes. Did he play goal?
No, he played goal, and he was pretty good against UMass out there down when we were we were up 10-9. He had, and it was foreshadowing. He makes a save with 2 seconds to go in the game that secures the victory, 10-9.
Fast forward to the 1989 title game?
No, that was in 89. Fast forward a month later, he's got to make a save with 2 seconds to go against Johns Hopkins for the national championship to win 13-12. So every now and then you got to stand up and account for yourself. Here it is.
Wardwell anchors the defense. 53 seconds to go. We'll play it out from here. The timeouts are done. Sonnenfeld on the field, upper left point. Schreiber being hounded by Brian McGill. Sonnenfeld working on Drew into the box, backing him down. He's within 10 yards. Spins to the right. Double team comes with McGill. Got it back out. So working it now, Schreiber. Final 36 seconds left. Princeton being patient. Schreiber down the left alley with speed down the alley. Shut off. Forced away by Nice sliding. Hamlin on him now. Down to 26. Tigers looking to equalize, trailing 10-9. Schreiber works down the alley past Hamlin. Flips to the crease. It's Eric out of bounds.
And it's going to be Syracuse ball. Woo! Solid D. The fans are on their feet here in the Carrier Dome. Some 4,500 of them.
Orange got to run out the final 17 seconds now as JoJo Marasco is going to come back to grab it. Double team will come immediately. We've yet to restart. We're awaiting. Everyone getting set properly. Marasco sees the 2 long poles in his face. Down to the final 15 seconds now. JoJo trying to elude him up in the near sideline. JoJo behind the cage. The double went away from him. Marasco's going to run it out himself now with 8. Up the near sideline now with 5. Late flag comes against the Tigers. Marasco tackled over the sideline into the Orange bench with 2 seconds to go.
2 seconds to go. And Syracuse says this is going to be a man-up penalty. Syracuse is going to win this game.
And what an effort today for the Orange. Just need to kill the final 2 seconds after they determine the penalties, and another flag laid on the Princeton bench.
Yep, it's going to be unsportsmanlike. You can imagine frustration setting in.
We got a slash, unsportsmanlike, I believe, on Chris Bates. And with 2 seconds left, the Orange will have come back from as many as 3 down to survive a ferocious effort from the Princeton Tigers today.
And a great win for the Orange, Brian. Great lacrosse game by both teams out here today. Very hard fought, big plays, big saves, and a great win for the Orange. It will be here in just 2 seconds as Ryan Barber has the ball and Princeton concedes. They just they're laying back, and they're just going to let the clock run out. They know it's over.
Nothing they can do now with 2 seconds to go. The Orange leading 10-9. We restart, and in a must-win game for Syracuse, the Orange did exactly that. Your final score today in the Carrier Dome. Syracuse 10, Princeton 9 as the Orange end the losing streak.
I'll tell you something, Brian. This was a game, if you will. Both teams came in here, slugfest with 2 titans of the sport, and Syracuse comes out on the better of it, and I'm going to